Earlier this year, Power Rangers fans found out that Hasbro would become the franchise's new proprietor. This was met with a variety of reactions from shock to absolute delight. The last 8 years have been perhaps the most polarizing among Power Rangers fans in the franchise's 25-year history. The TV series has suffered a steady, yet noticeable decline in TV ratings, seemingly due to a lack of quality storytelling and character development, among other things. The 2017 theatrical reboot movie Power Rangers underperformed in the box office while also receiving mixed reviews. The general consensus seems to be that the only good thing about Power Rangers these days is the comic book from Boom Studios. Now, over 2 years after its release, I finally decided to get a hold of and read issues 0 through 7 of Boom Studios' Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I'll go ahead and give a brief summary of what I've read so far and then follow up with my thoughts afterwards. The series is set in modern times and starts off with Tommy having just joined the team after defecting from Rita Repulsa's group. Tommy's transition as the newly minted member of the Power Rangers hasn't been an easy one. The rest of the Rangers, with the exception of Kimberly, still have some apprehension over Tommy joining their ranks. Tommy himself struggles with self-doubt and remorse over his past actions, which makes him feel the constant need to prove himself to the team. This leads him to often act on his own, which causes further tension between him and the other Rangers. In the midst of all this, a formidable new enemy, the Black Dragon, has emerged to help Rita Repulsa deal with the Rangers. So now on to my review. First off, we'll start with the most obvious, Hendry Pritsetya's artwork. It's nothing amazing, but does feel like it's a decent fit for these comics. I enjoyed seeing the Rangers employ the use of their powers and Zords in creative ways that we may have wondered about but hadn't previously seen before. I can appreciate Kyle Higgins' attempt to try and expand upon the characters and give them a little more depth. However, the characters did feel bland. They also felt like a vague interpretation of who I was used to, so because of the lack of familiarity, I ultimately felt no real connection to them. In short, I didn't care what was going on with or happening to them, and up to this point, there has been no emotional investment in them. These comics were a bit of a chore to read as well. Though the story's not terrible, it is mediocre. The pacing feels slow, and it never really engaged or excited me enough to anticipate reading the next issue. Overall, it feels underwhelming, but it does seem like it has potential. And while I understand that I'm only up to issue 7, by this time I was hoping to be a little more invested than I have been. But I do agree that after having read them, I understand why most people believe it's the best thing to happen to Power Rangers in the last few years. It at least feels like the writer Kyle Higgins is trying to build on something that has a purpose. Even if the process is very slow going, I'm hoping that the payoff in the end will make it all worth it. So with that being said, I will continue to read Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as well as Go-Go Power Rangers. I'll also be doing a review of Cyberfrog issues 1 through 4 on my other channel, Jonimus Prime, in the near future. So I just wanted to say thank you all for watching. Remember to click that like, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. Until next time, the hunt continues.